Let's face it, we all like to spend a Sunday afternoon relaxing in the park, but here in Melbourne, here at Albert Park, this is no ordinary relaxing Sunday afternoon. It's round 3 of the Formula 1 season in 2023. It is the 37th World Championship Australian Grand Prix, and we're here, down under in Melbourne. In a few moments' time, we have the green flag, and in front of a capacity crowd, 5 lights are on. It's lights out and away we go. Verstappen does get away well, so does George Russell. Lewis Hamilton under pressure from Fernando Alonso. Russell has got the inside line going into the first corner. Russell just noses ahead from Max Verstappen. Russell takes the lead. Fernando Alonso trying to go around the outside in turn 2 of Lewis Hamilton. What a start from George Russell. Max Verstappen trying to come back and now defending as Carlos Sainz gets in on the action. Down the inside goes Hamilton, and there is Charles Leclerc, last year's race winner, going off at turn 3. Certainly Leclerc got tagged by what looks like to be the Aston Martin.
Yeah, it did, just as he tried and turned in, there was a bit of an overlap there.
Safety car period is ending. We're going green once more, and we can get some racing back underway. George Russell leads them down that main straight. Lewis Hamilton has Max Verstappen behind him. Carlos Sainz has his fellow Spaniard Fernando Alonso behind him. Alex Albon under pressure a little bit from Lance Stroll. Then comes Pierre Gasly, Nico Hulkenberg and Yuki Tsunoda as we make the run now towards turn 3, and that's a very fine restart from George Russell, putting a bit of distance between himself and his teammate. How long can Hamilton hold the faster Red Bull at bay? We'll find out. And that is Alex Albon off. And Alex Albon out, and as you can see, he's lost his front wing too.
Oh, devastating for him. That's the highest they've been running. Running in P6, that was such a great position.
Max, you're all okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
George Russell, the race leader, is coming into the pits. Ted, let's see if we can come down to you.
Also, Carlos Sainz, it's a little bit earlier than they would have wanted, but you can't look a gift horse in the mouth. It's a little bit slow on the back. They had to take this. George Russell, this is a gain for him.
There's the incident here. Big snap of oversteer. Oh, quite a big impact as well, isn't it? So George is now 7th place on the restart.
That's what it looked like. Lance Stroll following Alex Albon on. The red flag has now come out, and the course of the early part of this race has changed at 180 degrees here. Part 2 of the Australian Grand Prix in 2023, lights out and away we go. Hamilton gets a better start than Verstappen. Alonso's got a decent start too, and he's already trying to go wheel to wheel and now taking evasive action as Verstappen jinks over to the left. Hamilton leads them through from Verstappen and Alonso, and there comes Pierre Gasly, and looks like George Russell ahead of Lance Stroll. Some very different starts there. Lewis Hamilton gets to turn 3 out in front. Verstappen trying to go round the outside of Lewis Hamilton to take the lead of this race, and does so before they get to turn 9. Such was the pace of the Red Bull with the DRS. We have a new race leader. He's the man who started on pole originally in this race. It's Max Verstappen. This is one of the more easier overtakes Max Verstappen has ever had on Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, it was easy, wasn't it? I mean, it's such a long straight there.
That is a car on fire, and it's George Russell. That's power unit issue for George Russell, who needs to stop that car, pull over into a safe place and let the marshals get the fire extinguishers on it. George Russell, who was leading the early stages of this Grand Prix, is now out. An ultimate corner drags you in a bit, doesn't it?
It's like the inside front. Ooh. Oh, and it was a massively oversteering.
I keep front locking there, really.
Front locking on a Red Bull. Where have we seen that this weekend, Jensen?
I mean, that was a big moment. It wasn't just lock up and drive back on.
And it is the end of the day for that man there, Kevin Magnussen, who's lost the right rear tyre.
That's impact.
Impact with what, I wonder? And as he pulls off and finds somewhere safe to pull off, does the safety car come out? The yellow flags have stopped. There's green. Oh no, they've got to do something about that tyre. Right there on the racetrack. Yellow flags still being waved. This is what happened to Kevin Magnussen. Well, they just veered wide into the concrete. Ted Kravitz, down to you.
McLaren must have heard you, because car 81, Melbourne's Oscar Piastri, comes into the pit box. Oh, it's slow on the front left. They won't lose too much time because it is under a safety car, but that's the soft tyres on. Oh, there's the replay feed. Oh, that is just dramatic, isn't it? I think everybody else is thinking that the race is going to time out, surely, Crofty.
And they've red flagged the race. We're all set in a line for the third time this afternoon. 5 lights are on. It's lights out, away we go. Hamilton gets away well. Verstappen comes over to try and cut him off and does so. Verstappen leads. Fernando Alonso tries to go round the outside. Hamilton's in second place and there's contact. Carlos Sainz spins Fernando Alonso around. The two Spanish drivers making contact, and there is Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly. It's chaos as they're straight on goes Lance Stroll into turn 3. Aston Martin have seen their hopes of a double podium or a race win absolutely evaporated. Then we've got another red flag. That should be the race over now. But Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly took each other out. But that was absolute chaos at the start. Right, everything was happening at the restart there. We see cars skidding off into the gravel, Perez losing it, and that's the contact with the two Alpines.
Yeah, I doubt Pierre even saw Esteban there.
So we have 5 seconds penalty.
No, it cannot be, Ricky. Do I deserve to be out of the points? No. No,
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. Tell them, it is unacceptable. They need to wait until the race is finished and discuss with me.
Stop it.
No, please, ask them, please, to wait and discuss with me. Clearly the penalty is not deserved, it's too severe.
And I do feel for Carlos here. And they rise for Max Verstappen, and they rise for Lewis Hamilton, and they rise for Fernando Alonso. 3 world champions occupying the top 3. Verstappen wins the Australian Grand Prix. Hamilton gets second, Alonso third, and as they all go over the line, Carlos Sainz has finished 12th according to our timing screen.
And well done.
Yeah, well, it took a while, but when it's a win, you take it. Good weekend.
Yeah, no, well done, mate. That was a bit of a lengthy one, but well navigated. Our first win here since 2011, so and your first, obviously. So well done and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a really good weekend for us. Really happy with that.
What a race, Jensen Button, that was.
It was a race, and as you said earlier, it definitely had a bit of everything.
Whether you got up early or you stayed up all night, I think it was worthwhile. And the 3 world champions sharing the podium, Max Verstappen now 15 points clear in the Drivers' World Championship.